Hello, everyone, and welcome back to River City Girls 2. So we have our quest from me, Bobo. We have to, get down on the DDR floor. So off we go to the arcade.
Look out, it's a Super Saiyan from Universe 6. We escaped. Okay, we're good.
We've got a bike across town real quick.
Sorry?
What, you don't bike by holding the bike over your head?
If you notice, when Misako uses her backpack, donuts come flying out of there. That's because Kaylee Mills, who is the Misako voice actor, is obsessed with donuts. So it's a ode homage to her.
Hi, Hiroshi. I also like the pay forward logo up top.
Now that I think about it, in the opening, didn't Kyoko and Misako get into a fight over a donut?
Mm-hmm. We mentioned donuts a lot, just because of Kaylee. That pay forward thing I snuck in there. I didn't know if my bosses would get mad, like if it was like a slight to the company or whatever. But I was like, yeah, roll the dice.
Wait, the Yakuza got so into this takeover that they changed all the arcades to only accept special Yakuza tokens.
Mm-hmm. Video game quest logic.
Organized crime is a serious business, my friends.
I mean, I remember when arcades used to have tokens for everything instead of put in a quarter.
Well, I don't. The arcades in my area always just jump straight to quarters.
Well, so the ones that I go to now, like the barcades and stuff like that, they all have, for the most part, tokens still because I don't know why, actually.
I think it's all like a regional thing, to be honest. But I think part of it might be because in different states, there were different amounts of like parental paranoia over potential crossover between arcade coin machines and gambling or something. So I guess it was considered more child safe to have tokens that the parents buy.
Oh,
well, not only that, it's you can't spend those tokens anywhere else.
Yeah. But like the only place in my area that ever used tokens was Chuck E. Cheese, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, I remember those. Those
were delicious. The tokens, yes.
The tokens. But like in my area, I don't think Chuck E. Cheese was ever considered the place to go for arcade games. So
we just had an arcade in our mall straight up.
Yeah.
So that whip also is a reference.
What the chain?
The weird angled chain whip, yeah.
What's it from?
Is that like a wushu whip?
No, I'm trying to find a reference that isn't weird because it is a whip.
Yeah, it's one of those things you just can't Google.
So another Discord message coming to you. Fresh hot pixels. You'll see it at the top.
Okay, let's see.
Maybe the like 12th frame or whatever.
Okay, just posted in general.
Oh, I see. It's a sprite
so
sheet.
That is
from
Linda, who's also an enemy in the River City Girls games from Double Dragon, but her whip just kind of went at that weird 45-degree angle, so it's the only weapon, the only one-handed weapon that actually hits enemies on the ground, because you're kind of just like whipping them.
Huh.
Wasn't that whip also in the original River City games? The weapons you could pick up?
Yeah, they always, like, Technos always had a weird thing with whips, kind of like whipping at this weird downward angle.
I guess they played too much Castlevania growing up and got really annoyed by the frickin' Medusa heads always swerving around and the frickin' flea men always jumping around. So they're like, we're gonna create a whip that hits everything, even if it doesn't make sense. And they did.
So zombies are from River City Ransom Underground, and of course zombies are just zombies, not really from a River City game. But yeah, this is reference to the Underground game where there are zombies.
And unlike the other enemies, they don't drop any money.
No, and they have a whole different... they're coded very differently too. If you notice, like, they don't get knocked over. They have hit points. They don't have stamina, like health. They have, like, you have to hit them a specific amount of time. And they have super armor. That's how they just keep moving like that at you. And they have the longest animation in the game of them coming out of the ground. I think it's like, I don't even know, like 38 frames of animation.
So in the original game, I remember this sort of like shaft being a multi-layered thing. Is it just the one area and then a shop at the bottom?
Yeah.
In this? Okay.
If you guys go into the shop, that is one of the Arc System Works director's dog that passed away. So that was like an ode to his dog. So he really loved that. Because it is Skullmageddon from Double Dragon Neon that runs that shop, but he shows up later in the game, so I had to figure out,
different
like,
shop owner, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, well, then he's just got he's got the dog watching the shop for the time being. And that is an actual YouTuber, Alpha Red, that does the voice. So I was like, reach out to the whatever YouTuber we can that has like the biggest like following, and I just want him to go woof, bark.
There's the Armored King color variant.
Mm-hmm.
My life is complete. I can die happy now. Grenade. No grenade.
Bicycle.
No grenade.
Bicycle.
The bicycle does have one of the most satisfying hit sounds when you smash somebody with it.
Yeah, it does lots of damage. It knocks enemies down, and paired with the shock, it can really help to crowd control.
I was about to ask why the bike electrocuted that yakuza lady, but
yeah, that's his,
Power Glove from a couple episodes ago.
And that's the thing I like about updating the accessories. Like, I see that it's actually functioning, and it's like it is changing up the way that you're playing.
yeah, there's a lot more uniqueness going on here as far as that goes.
Oh, you almost went to Technos, damn.
Well, go to Technos later.
Misako's like, nope, we're not exploring.
Well, and that's the thing also, is you can't technically go into it just yet. You have to beat this boss to get over there. That's how the branching path things work. Oh, there was one thing I couldn't make work, is the couch itself. I wanted quarters to come out of it when it broke. You found them in the cushion.
That would have been
just couldn't make
hilarious.
it work. I was like, those are the dumb ideas that I enjoy, but it's like, if we can't make it work, we have to move on. But it's like, I
River
really
City
wanted
Girls
those
3,
quarters.
make it happen.
Mhm.
All right. What's our current objective, by the way? Oh, the arcade.
You have to get enough tokens to get into the arcade.
Right. Magical girl Kyoko and her electric magic wand.
If it works, it works.
Kaio there is another Kunio-kun reference to one of the older games. I think actually, yeah, one of the first games. They had the, I always forget what the actual name of those, like, girl delinquents are called. They always have the long skirts on.
Sukuban?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
You did it. You're awake now. Now, do you remember that thing you wanted to ask like an hour ago? Now that your brain is firing at all 100%
No.
capacity.
No, I'm too busy waiting for the fish to electrify someone when you smack someone with it. It's not happening though. It's like I'm waiting for the electric fish. Electric fish would make my day, but it's just not. It's just not doing it.
The fish is a weapon that I brought over from Underground as well.
So these enemy waves trigger based on like how many coins you've knocked out of the machine, right? I think they do.
The enemy waves in that they keep coming out until you get the quarters or the Y coins. So they would have just kept coming during that screen lock.
Oh. Huh. So in the pursuit of fake yakuza coins, you can actually just infinitely grind regular coins.
If you're good enough to not get hit, sure.
I mean, you could technically do that in any level. You just have to go back and forth.
Yeah.
That was the thing that I did in the first game was you didn't get XP or money, or you got like bare minimum money from enemies.
Oh yeah.
For the next
After a bit, they would just start dropping pennies.
Yeah, that was me kind of like, hey, it's linear. Please, for the love of God, move on. But that's the thing. Also, is I do wait a lot longer this time to spawn in the next wave because, like I said, like some people just watching people play the first game at PAX, I had to tell them, I was like, you don't need to defeat all the enemies. Like you can move on. It's not one of those games where, like I was describing at first, like move left to right and you can't ever go left again. But for the very nature of this type of game where you can go anywhere and like walk anywhere, people thought they had to defeat the enemies before they were allowed to move on.
Yeah.
So I had to constantly tell them, like, just move on. You don't have to be here. They're like, we're almost dead. I was like, then move on.
River City Ransom was never as popular over here in America as like Streets of Rage and what was that, Final Fight?
Final Fight, Streets of Rage, yeah. I mean, even like Castle Crashers was like more known.
So the kind of RPG hybrid system just isn't as well known over here. It's just,
And that's the thing also is like, even in the original River City Ransom, it was short. There wasn't a lot of like, they didn't have the accessories and stuff like that. I really was trying to push the RPG kind of like, I didn't want this to just feel like a regular beat 'em up. I wanted people to like, hey, if you like RPGs, you might like this as well. If you like fighting games, you might like this as well. So
I did actually try out River City Ransom for a little while after getting into River City Girls, and I liked it. I liked it well enough, but I did notice that there wasn't really a lot to it in terms of RPG progression. You basically just beat up enemies until you had enough money to eat some food, and you repeated that process.
So Ricky's moveset is a updated version of the River City Ransom moves. So, like, you know, they were pretty limited in what they could do. So it's like you got Dragon Feet, but Dragon Feet is just the kick animation just 3 times in a row. So Ricky, all his moves are kind of based on old River City Ransom moves that are just updated.
Ah, that's cool. It's been a while since I've actually played River City Ransom because I played it for like, I want to say 2 hours maybe, and then I put it down and I'm like, yeah, this is fun. I'm going back to River City Girls now. But like,
it's a good history lesson.
I don't remember what the actual moves were like in that game.
Oh, sorry. Actually, that's more of, River City Ransom Underground. Ryan/Ricky, his moves are based on River City. If you just, in River City Girls, Kyoko is actually doing the Dragon Feet move. So that's the 3 rapid kicks. And then Misako, if you press special 3 times in a row, that's Stone Hands. So those are based on the actual old River City Ransom moves. So those are like the, 30 years later, we've upgraded this move, and you just bop Misako in the back of the head there.
Well, glad to see they've upgraded their moveset from just slaps and...
Yep. Oh, that was That's something I'm glad you brought up. No girl character slaps in this, because that was like the go-to, like, we got a female character, let's make it do a slap. It was like the only thing people would do in like arcade games and stuff like that. They would all just like have the ladies slap. Ladies love slapping. It's like they could punch.
Yeah, I never noticed that. That's a good point.
That was basically Kyoko and Misako's entire moveset in Zero. Like, both Ricky and Kunio had identical movesets to each other, and then Misako and Kyoko basically functioned the same as the other two, but their moveset animations were slaps and stuff.
Yeah. And this isn't WCW NWO Revenge on Nintendo 64 days. It's like the female wrestlers just slapped or did back scratches. I'm like, let's just have them just... Like, Misako straight up does like a Stone Cold Stunner. Like,
yeah, it's a little retroactively disappointing playing Zero, because the cool like 80s anime style opening has like, it actually shows them using actual fighting moves, and Kyoko's got her bat and everything, and then you play the game and they're just slapping everything. Yep. It's like it was a different time, clearly.
all that animation is done by one of my best friends, David Liu. So if you look up, he goes by D Slugs or D Sloogie. So I put that in there. He's an amazing artist. But yeah, David Liu.
Well, props to that, because that animation is awesome. Now, let's see.
If you have ever come across a character called Space Maria, that's his like main character that he draws. So, but yeah, he and I, we shacked up in an Airbnb for PAX East just the other week. It was fun. I animated all these dumb little arcade screens.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Just like at that moment, I'm like, oh, can I recognize any of these games from anywhere? And then I was like,
oh no, these are all just dumb games I made up on the fly.
Well, I definitely recognize the old Sega style racers.
Outrun.
Yes, Outrun and their ilk.
Oh, who ends up dancing here?
This would be a horrible dancing game. The buttons are too big. You'd be less jumping and more playing hopscotch. That's exactly what they're doing. Just playing hopscotch. Literally jumping from button to button. Oh. I do like the rhythm minigame, though. It's fun.
And this was one of those things too. We had a version that I would send out to, like, you know, the team, like, can you get past this? And if somebody could not get past it, I was like, I don't want this to be another one of those things where somebody's like, I'm not good at rhythm games. I just want to play the stupid beat 'em up game. Can I go back to that, please? Like, I didn't want any of these to be a barrier. So most of the missions like this that are mandatory aren't going to be like super difficult, but they should still be somewhat challenging. So we had a much harder version of this that I felt bad about.
It is a cool sequence, though. So what's Kyoko doing up there?
Oh, that's the player doing. They could press buttons to like do just a bunch of, I don't know, they could just screw around.
Random bullshit. Okay. It's like Kyoko's cheering Misako on.
Yeah, basically. It's like, hey, do this move, this move.
I didn't know we could swear. Yes, random bullshit. Yes.
Oh,
it is
we
just
can.
Random bullshit in the background.
Okay, let's see. I like how Misako consistently just has better money management skills than Kyoko here. Once more in character.
Oh no, Misako's dead.
Down there in the bottom left, is that an intentional like Hatsune Miku reference, or am I just seeing things?
Despite my games all being anime looking, I don't watch anime. I don't know what game is that?
Hatsune Miku is just a Vocaloid, you know, rhythm games and stuff.
Oh, yeah. That might have been the background artist just doing that, and I didn't get the reference.
Ah, okay. Yeah, well, green twin tails and sort of a pop idol aesthetic.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, I say rhythm games and stuff, but that's just where most people know them from. The Vocaloids are basically just synthetic voices for making vocal tracks.
Yeah. We actually used that, I believe, on the first game to just get the actual like vocals down before we actually had.
Yeah.
Like we had the lyrics and just use the Vocaloid.
Prototype, yeah.
Which I got so used to hearing, I really enjoyed that version of it, and I wish I could find it again. The day-night cycle, also, I guess a janitor comes by in the morning and fixes all the vending machines. It's my headcanon.
Nah, it's every 20 seconds.
Yeah, I hope they're paid well.
They know that someone's gonna bust up the vending machine, so they just wheel in a replacement every couple minutes.
Well, you'll see that this thing does stay broken until the next day. So
it does.
Like, yeah, that's where the day and night kind of comes into play. So it will stay broken the whole time. So you can't just like, just stay there and just munch on a Cornish hen.
The real miracle of technological advancement in those vending machines that can actually fit a whole Cornish hen in there. Mm-hmm. And it'll pop out.
Intact, too.
Intact, on a plate, all the fixings, and, upright instead of upside down.
Steaming hot.
Pro tip, this would have been, you should have gone into the hideout to get refresh on recruits and then also health back.
Oh, what am I saying? Japan probably has a vending machine for Cornish hens. Their vending machines are next level.
All I did in Japan with the vending machines was buy the weird, like, little toy things. Like the, I forget what they're called. It sounds like Gacha Pawn or something like that. But yeah, all the, like, little bubble things. And I was trying to find all these... I'm trying to describe them. They're just, like, little people that are being flattened. Like, you put him under, like, a cup, so it looks like the cup destroyed this guy and, like, flattened him. And then there was, like, a little action figures for a press conference. So you got the guy sitting down at the chair, and then you could find another bubble that has, like, the desk with all the mics on it. And then you have, like, reporter lady sitting on her chair with a microphone pointed at the guy. Yeah. Real intense stuff. Gachapon? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, because it's what the gacha system is referred to in a lot of video games, where it's just randomized stuff you get.
Gotcha. I almost said gotcha. Just it's like, get out of my head.
When I say their vending machines are next level, by the way, I mean their vending machines are next level. They have vending machines for basically anything you could imagine a vending machine being made for.
Do they have vending machines for vending machines?
Probably. I wouldn't put it past them. But there are these like 24-hour vending machine cafes where like the only security is the security camera itself, and you can just walk in and get yourself a cooked burger from a vending machine. No joke. It's pretty crazy.
I bet that thing tastes delicious.
Oh, from what I've seen on like review videos and stuff, it's pretty okay,
I just knew I never knew what I was ordering in Japan.
Yeah.
I'm a picky eater too, so it was a nightmare. I was just like, I don't want another, I don't know, squiggly moving thing in my food. Just chicken and rice.
You can't even be safe with a McDonald's there because they have all these like region-specific variant burgers and stuff.
I loved when I went to Italy. The McDonald's there had United States themed burgers.
What?
The Vegas burger and the Texas burger and the California burger. I was like, oh, all right, this is what you think Vegas burger would be.
So what does a Vegas burger taste like?
I didn't get any of them. I just looked at them. So there you can see Kaylee's wearing her night outfit now.
I'm pretty sure Vegas does burgers just like everywhere else, but, you know, if you guys want to overinflate America in your imaginations, be my guest.
Yeah, as you bite into the burger and break a tooth on a poker chip.
It's made of platinum. Weird. Okay, that is part 5. See y'all not tomorrow. We're on 3-day-a-week schedule now. God damn it.